You know, for many of us, fish has always been a symbol of health. It reminds us of warm family dinners, quiet evenings by the lake, or even the smell of fresh catch from a childhood fishing trip. Doctors often tell us, eat more fish, it's good for your heart, your brain, and your joints. And that's true, most of the time. But here's something we rarely talk about: not every fish is safe, especially after 60. As we grow older, our bodies become more sensitive. Our metabolism slows down, and it takes longer for the body to process and remove certain substances. That means, things we never worried about in our 30s or 40s can now have a bigger impact on our health. One of those hidden dangers is mercury. It's a metal found naturally in the environment, but it also ends up in our oceans. Some types of fish accumulate more mercury than others, and when we eat them often, it can slowly build up in our bodies. The tricky part? We might not notice the problem right away. But over the years, mercury can affect our memory, balance, and even our heart health. This doesn't mean we need to give up fish altogether. Not at all. It just means we need to make smart, informed choices so we can continue to enjoy the taste and health benefits of fish without putting ourselves at risk. And today I want to share with you which types of fish are best avoided or consumed in moderation after age 60, and what healthy, safe alternatives you can enjoy instead. Before we dive in, let me ask you, do you or someone you love eat fish regularly? Drop a quick comment below that says, "Fish lover," if this is relevant to you. It helps me know this video is reaching the right people. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe to Senior Longevity Tips, where we share daily practical tips to help older adults stay informed, strong, and healthy after 65. As we get older, our bodies tell us stories, sometimes in the form of wisdom, sometimes in the form of gentle reminders. You may have noticed that certain foods don't sit as easily as they used to, or that it takes a little longer to recover from something. That's perfectly natural. The truth is, after 60, our liver and kidneys, the body's natural filters, aren't as quick and efficient as they were decades ago. They still work, but they need a little more time to remove substances that don't belong in our system. Mercury is one of those substances. Unlike vitamins or minerals, mercury has no benefit to the body. In fact, it's a toxin. And when we eat fish with a high mercury content, our body doesn't just flush it out overnight. It can stay there for months, even years. Now, why is this especially important for us? Because mercury loves to settle in places that matter most, in our brain and nervous system. It can slowly interfere with memory, coordination, and even mood. You might think, well, I feel fine right now. And that's the tricky part. Mercury poisoning doesn't happen in a day, it's a slow, silent buildup. You may not feel anything for years, and then suddenly, your memory isn't as sharp, your balance feels off, or your hands tremble just a little. And I know, many of us have that strong habit of sticking to what we've always done. If we grew up eating tuna sandwiches or loved grilled swordfish on summer evenings, it's hard to imagine that something so familiar could be harmful. But this is where experience becomes our strength. We've learned in life that sometimes the smartest choice is not the one that feels most comfortable, but the one that protects us for the years ahead. You see, our goal isn't to scare anyone away from fish. Quite the opposite, fish is still one of the best sources of protein and healthy fats for older adults. But now, we choose differently. We eat smarter. We take care of ourselves, not just for today, but for tomorrow, for the birthdays we want to celebrate, the graduations we want to see, the quiet evenings we want to share with the people we love. That's why knowing which fish carry the most mercury is not just health advice, it's a gift we can give ourselves and our families. And when we know better, we can live better. Let's talk about the kinds of fish that can quietly bring more mercury into our bodies than we realize. Now, I'm not here to ruin anyone's favorite meal. I know that food is more than just fuel, it's comfort, tradition, and often a piece of our memories. But I also know that when we have the right information, we can keep enjoying food without paying a hidden price later. Some fish naturally have much higher levels of mercury than others. This is because they're large, live longer, and are at the top of the food chain in the ocean. Over their lifetime, they eat smaller fish, and with each bite, a little mercury is stored in their bodies. By the time they end up on our plate, that mercury level can be much higher than we'd like. Here are the main ones experts recommend seniors either avoid or eat only very rarely. Shark. While not a common choice for most American households, shark meat is sometimes served in restaurants or found in specialty stores. Sharks can live for decades and accumulate high amounts of mercury. For those of us over 60, even an occasional serving can be too much. Swordfish. This one can be tempting. It's rich, meaty, and often seen as a luxury seafood. But it's also one of the most mercury-heavy fish in the ocean. Health professionals strongly suggest older adults avoid it altogether. King mackerel, not to be confused with the smaller Atlantic mackerel, which is safe. The king mackerel is another long-living predator fish with very high mercury levels. Albacore tuna. Many of us grew up eating tuna salad or tuna casseroles. But there's a difference between light, canned tuna and albacore, sometimes labeled as white tuna. Albacore contains far more mercury, and for people over 60, it's best limited to no more than once a week. The good news? These fish aren't our only choices. In fact, there are plenty of delicious, safe, and nutritious fish that we can eat more often without worrying about mercury buildup. And when we swap high mercury fish for low mercury options, we're not giving something up, we're gaining peace of mind, a healthier brain, and a stronger body for the years ahead. So, the next time you're at the grocery store or sitting down at your favorite seafood restaurant, remembering these names can be one of the simplest, yet most powerful, steps you take for your health. Now that we know which fish can be risky, let's turn to the brighter side, the safe, healthy options that can truly help us thrive after 60. The ocean, rivers, and lakes still offer us an incredible variety of fish that are naturally low in mercury but rich in nutrients our bodies need more than ever at this stage of life. These fish don't just taste good, they protect our heart, feed our brain, and keep our muscles and joints strong. Here are some of the best choices for older adults. Salmon. Whether wild-caught or farmed from trusted sources, salmon is packed with omega-3 fatty acids, which help reduce inflammation, improve memory, and support heart health. It's also gentle on digestion and easy to prepare in countless ways, baked, grilled, or even in a warm, comforting chowder. Sardines. These small, oily fish are like little nutrition powerhouses. They're loaded with calcium, great for bone strength, vitamin D, and protein. Plus, because they're small and low on the food chain, they naturally contain very little mercury. Atlantic mackerel. Don't confuse it with king mackerel. The Atlantic variety is safe, rich in omega-3s, and often more affordable than salmon. Rainbow trout. This mild-tasting freshwater fish is low in mercury and high in B vitamins, which support energy and nervous system health. Perfect for a light, satisfying dinner. Tilapia. While not as nutrient-dense as salmon or sardines, tilapia is still a safe, lean protein option. It's mild, versatile, and a good choice for those with more sensitive stomachs. The best part? By including these fish in our meals 2 to 3 times a week, we give our body steady, natural support for healthy aging. We don't have to sacrifice taste, tradition, or variety. In fact, experimenting with new recipes using these safe fish can be a joyful part of life, a chance to bring family together, share stories, and enjoy food that loves us back. And remember, it's not about following a strict do and don't list. It's about finding balance, making sure that what we put on our plate helps us stay active, sharp, and full of life for as long as possible. So, how often should we actually eat fish after 60? The answer might surprise you. It's not about eating fish every day, but about choosing the right amount, the right type, and preparing it in a way that brings the most benefit to our bodies. Health experts, including the American Heart Association, generally recommend 2 to 3 servings of safe, low-mercury fish per week for older adults. That's about 8 to 12 ounces in total, enough to give our heart and brain the boost they need without putting too much strain on our body's natural filters. But let's make that more real. Imagine this as part of your week. Monday, a piece of baked salmon with lemon and herbs for dinner, served with roasted vegetables. Wednesday, a fresh sardine salad with tomatoes, cucumbers, and olive oil for lunch. Friday, a fillet of rainbow trout, pan-seared with garlic and a side of steamed green beans. Simple, delicious, and safe. You're giving your body high-quality protein, essential omega-3s, and vitamins that support everything from your eyesight to your memory. And here's something important: variety is your friend. Mixing different types of fish means you're getting a broader range of nutrients and avoiding too much of any single element, even the healthy ones. This is especially important as our metabolism slows with age. One more tip: the way you prepare fish matters just as much as the type. Baking, steaming, or grilling is far better than deep frying, not only because it keeps the calorie count lower, but because it preserves more of those delicate, healthy fats that keep your joints flexible and your mind sharp. Remember, eating fish at this stage of life isn't just about nutrition, it's about creating small moments of joy. A perfectly cooked salmon shared with a friend. The comforting smell of trout sizzling in the pan. These are the things that make healthy eating a pleasure, not a chore. And when food makes you happy, it's a habit you can keep for life. Let's pause for a moment and talk about something that isn't always visible on your plate, but can quietly affect your health: mercury. Mercury is a naturally occurring metal found in air, water, and soil. Over time, it enters rivers, lakes, and oceans, where it's absorbed by tiny plants and animals. Small fish eat these tiny creatures. Bigger fish eat the smaller fish. And as the years pass, the mercury builds up more and more in those bigger fish. This process is called bioaccumulation. That's why the largest and longest living fish often carry the highest mercury levels. Now, why is this so important for those of us over 60? Because our bodies process and eliminate toxins more slowly than they used to. The liver, kidneys, and even the digestive system work like careful, dedicated workers, but after decades of service, they can't always keep the same pace. That means mercury stays in the body longer, giving it more time to affect sensitive areas like the brain, heart, and nervous system. Here's what scientists and doctors have found: high levels of mercury can harm the brain's ability to remember, focus, and process information. It can affect coordination, making it easier to lose balance. In some people, it may cause tingling in the fingers or toes, muscle weakness, or a strange, lasting feeling of fatigue. And for older adults who may already be managing conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, or heart issues, mercury can add unnecessary stress to the body. The most unsettling part is that mercury doesn't make its presence known right away. You won't smell it, taste it, or see it. There's no sudden pain to warn you. It's silent, working in the background, slowly building up over months or even years. If you've been eating high-mercury fish regularly, your body might be carrying far more of it than you realize. And once mercury is in your system, it takes time, a lot of time, to leave. But here's the hopeful truth: avoiding high-mercury fish is one of the simplest, most effective ways to protect yourself. You don't have to give up seafood, far from it. There are so many safe, delicious, and healthy options that give you all the benefits without the hidden risks. The key is knowing which fish to enjoy often and which to keep as rare treats, or skip entirely. Think of it this way: your health is like a treasured home you've been building for decades. Mercury is like a slow leak in the roof. You might not notice it right away, but if left unchecked, it can cause lasting damage. By making wise choices today, you're patching that leak and protecting everything you've worked so hard to build. You've lived through changes in food trends, health advice, and scientific discoveries. This is one of those moments where knowledge can make all the difference. And once you know which fish to avoid, you'll never have to second-guess your dinner plate again. Now, let's talk about the 4 types of fish that, while impressive in size and taste, can be trouble for your health, especially after 60. These are the ones the experts agree should either be avoided completely or enjoyed only on rare occasions. 1. Shark. Sharks are apex predators, the kings of the ocean food chain. They live for many years and eat countless smaller fish during their lifetime. This gives them an enormous buildup of mercury, sometimes dozens of times higher than smaller species. For an older adult, eating shark is like taking in a concentrated dose of mercury in one sitting. While it may sound adventurous to order shark steak on a vacation or at a fancy restaurant, for someone over 60, it's a gamble with brain health, balance, and energy levels. 2. Swordfish. Swordfish are fast, powerful hunters with a long lifespan, and they roam deep waters where mercury levels can be higher. Just like sharks, they accumulate mercury from all the smaller fish they eat over decades. A single serving of swordfish can have more mercury than your body can safely handle for weeks. For someone whose nervous system and heart are already working hard to stay strong, swordfish can quietly add unnecessary stress. 3. King mackerel. This one might surprise you. After all, mackerel is often considered healthy. But the king in king mackerel means big size, long life, and a high place on the food chain, which, unfortunately, also means high mercury levels. For younger, healthy adults, occasional king mackerel might not be as risky, but for seniors, especially those with heart issues or memory concerns, it's a fish best left off the shopping list. 4. Albacore tuna, white tuna. Many Americans love tuna, and it's a convenient, protein-packed option. But there's a big difference between light tuna, usually skipjack, and albacore tuna. Albacore is a larger species, with mercury levels about 3 times higher than light tuna. That's why the FDA and health experts recommend limiting albacore tuna to no more than once a week for healthy adults, and for those over 60, that's a limit worth following closely. If you eat canned tuna often, switching to light tuna can dramatically cut your mercury exposure. Here's the important takeaway: the danger isn't from eating one meal, it's from the accumulation over time. For someone in their 60s, 70s, or beyond, avoiding these fish is like avoiding unnecessary wear and tear on your body's most important systems. You've got enough life experience to know that prevention is always easier than repair. And the best part? The ocean is full of safe, delicious alternatives: salmon, sardines, trout, pollock, and many others, that give you heart-healthy omega-3s without the mercury risk. In the next part, we'll look at these safer choices and how they can keep you strong, sharp, and energized. Now that we know which fish to avoid, let's turn our attention to the good news. There are plenty of delicious, safe, and nutrient-rich fish you can enjoy regularly without worrying about mercury overload. These are the fish that not only protect your health but can actually improve it, especially after 60. 1. Salmon. Whether it's wild-caught from Alaska or farmed responsibly, salmon is a superstar for heart and brain health. It's loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation, lower blood pressure, and support memory. Salmon is also rich in vitamin D, which keeps your bones strong. For older adults, eating salmon 2 to 3 times a week can be like giving your heart and mind a gentle tune-up. 2. Sardines. Don't let their small size fool you. Sardines are a powerhouse of nutrition. They're extremely low in mercury because they're small and low on the food chain. They're packed with calcium, especially if you eat them with the bones, vitamin B12 for nerve health, and plenty of omega-3s. They're also very budget-friendly and great for quick meals. 3. Trout. Freshwater trout, especially rainbow trout, is mild, tender, and high in protein. It's also low in mercury and provides a steady supply of omega-3s. For those watching their cholesterol, trout is a tasty way to keep your heart in good shape. 4. Pollock. This is the fish you often find in fish sticks or imitation crab meat, but in its natural form, pollock is a lean, mild-tasting fish that's perfect for those who prefer a lighter flavor. It's low in mercury and high in protein, making it a great everyday choice. 5. Herring. Herring is often enjoyed pickled or smoked, but it's also delicious grilled or baked. It's rich in omega-3s and vitamin D, a double boost for your bones and brain. It's another low-mercury option that works well in both traditional and modern recipes. 6. Anchovies. These tiny fish are full of flavor and nutrients. Like sardines, they're low in mercury and high in calcium, protein, and omega-3s. You can use them to add a savory boost to salads, pasta dishes, or homemade sauces. How often should you eat these fish? For most seniors, the sweet spot is 2 to 3 servings of low-mercury fish per week. This gives you the heart-protective and brain-boosting benefits of omega-3s without the risks that come with higher mercury species. You can mix and match, maybe salmon on Monday, sardines on Wednesday, and trout on Saturday. Remember, the goal is variety. By rotating different safe fish in your diet, you get a wide range of nutrients and flavors, keeping your meals exciting and your body well-nourished. And here's a comforting thought: eating the right fish isn't just about avoiding harm, it's about actively building a stronger, sharper, and more energetic version of yourself, no matter your age. Now that we've explored which fish are the safest and most beneficial after 60, let's talk about how to bring them into your everyday life in a way that feels effortless, enjoyable, and truly rewarding. Eating well shouldn't feel like a set of strict rules, it should feel like an invitation to take better care of yourself. Choosing the right fish is not just about avoiding mercury, it's about adding foods that will help you feel stronger, think more clearly, and keep up with the activities and people you love. One of the most practical steps is to make healthy fish a part of your weekly shopping routine. When you see fresh or frozen salmon, trout, or pollock at the store, think of them not as special occasion items but as staples, like bread, milk, or fruit. The more natural and regular this habit becomes, the easier it is to maintain. It can help to have a few, ready-to-go, options on hand, too. Canned wild salmon, sardines, and light tuna, not albacore, are shelf-stable and perfect for quick meals or snacks. They're also surprisingly affordable compared to many fresh fish varieties, making them a smart choice for anyone on a budget. Another powerful tip is to connect fish meals with moments you enjoy. Maybe it's a quiet Sunday lunch by the window, watching the garden or the street outside. Maybe it's inviting a friend over to share a light salmon dish and a conversation about old times. When we attach healthy habits to positive emotions, they become something we want to repeat again and again. It's also worth remembering that variety is part of the magic. Your body benefits from the different vitamins, minerals, and healthy fats found in various low-mercury fish. One week you might enjoy the rich, comforting taste of baked salmon, and the next week, the light and delicate flavor of grilled trout. This keeps your meals exciting while ensuring a broad spectrum of nutrients. And here's something many people overlook: eating healthy fish can be a way to connect with your heritage, your childhood, or your personal history. Maybe your family had a favorite fish dish growing up. Maybe you remember fishing trips, or a special meal on the coast. Bringing those flavors back can nourish more than your body, it can nourish your sense of identity and belonging. So think of low-mercury fish not as a health rule you have to follow, but as a gift you give yourself. A gift of energy, clarity, and the ability to fully enjoy every day, every laugh, every step, and every hug. Because after all, the goal isn't just to live longer, it's to live better. Once you've chosen the right fish for your health, the next step is learning how to pair it with other foods in a way that multiplies the benefits for your body and mind. Think of it as creating a team: each ingredient plays its own role, but together they make you stronger, more energetic, and more resilient. For your heart, the best partners for fish are foods rich in fiber and antioxidants. Imagine a tender piece of salmon served alongside a colorful salad with spinach, arugula, and a sprinkle of walnuts. The omega-3s in the fish work together with the heart-protecting compounds in leafy greens and nuts to help reduce inflammation and keep your arteries healthy. This isn't just a meal, it's an investment in keeping your heart beating strong for years to come. For your bones, fish is an excellent ally, especially varieties like sardines and salmon that contain soft, edible bones packed with calcium. When you combine them with vitamin D-rich foods, like fortified dairy or even mushrooms, you give your bones the tools they need to stay strong and prevent fractures. It's a gentle reminder that every meal can be an opportunity to support your mobility and independence. And for your brain, pairing fish with foods high in antioxidants can help sharpen memory and focus. Blueberries, sweet potatoes, and colorful bell peppers bring vitamins and natural compounds that protect brain cells from aging. A dinner that includes baked trout, roasted sweet potatoes, and a small bowl of blueberries for dessert is not only delicious but also a powerful gift to your future self. Another important factor is balance. Healthy meals should feel satisfying, not heavy. By combining fish with fresh vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats like olive oil, you create dishes that are light yet nourishing. This balance can help maintain healthy weight, stable energy, and even better sleep. It's also worth mentioning that sharing these meals with others, whether it's family, friends, or neighbors, adds a unique layer of benefit. Conversation and connection at the table feed the soul as much as the food feeds the body. And when your meals are both tasty and healthy, they become moments people look forward to, moments that strengthen bonds and bring joy. So, the next time you prepare fish, think of the plate as a palette, each color, each flavor, each texture adding not only beauty but real health value. Your choices today can help ensure that tomorrow you'll have the energy and clarity to keep living the life you love. Fish can be one of the healthiest foods in your kitchen, but only if we treat it right. The truth is, certain cooking habits can take a perfectly healthy piece of fish and turn it into something far less beneficial for your body. The good news? With just a few adjustments, you can keep all the good nutrients while still enjoying amazing flavor. One of the biggest mistakes is overcooking. Fish is delicate, too much heat for too long and you lose its tender texture and valuable omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats are one of the main reasons we eat fish in the first place, so it's important to protect them. A gentle bake, light steaming, or quick pan-sear is all you need. The goal is to cook it just until it flakes easily with a fork, no more. Another habit to be careful about is deep frying. While fried fish might taste comforting, especially if it reminds you of family fish fries from years past, the heavy oils and breading can add unnecessary calories, unhealthy fats, and strain on your digestive system. Instead, consider oven baking with a light coating of whole grain crumbs or seasoning for that same satisfying crunch, without the greasy aftertaste. Sauces are another area where we can accidentally undo the benefits. Creamy, heavy sauces made with lots of butter or mayonnaise can overwhelm the dish and add saturated fats that aren't heart-friendly. Instead, try fresh lemon juice, olive oil, garlic, or herbs to enhance flavor naturally. You'll be surprised how bright and satisfying fish can taste without all the extra heaviness. Also, watch out for too much salt. While a pinch is fine, high sodium intake can raise blood pressure and cause water retention, especially as we age. Herbs, spices, and citrus can replace much of the salt without sacrificing flavor, and your heart will thank you for it. Finally, remember that freshness matters. If possible, buy fish from trusted sources and cook it soon after purchase. Frozen fish is also an excellent option. It's often frozen right after being caught, preserving both nutrients and taste. The key is avoiding long storage in the fridge, where fish can lose flavor and health benefits. By making these small changes, you protect everything that makes fish so valuable to your health: the omega-3s for your heart and brain, the protein for your muscles, the minerals for your bones. And you keep every meal a joy to eat, not just another healthy choice you force yourself to make. Cooking fish well is less about complicated recipes and more about respecting the ingredient, treating it gently, seasoning it wisely, and letting its natural goodness shine through. When it comes to fish, the old saying, "everything in moderation," truly applies. Even the healthiest foods can lose their benefits if we eat too much, and for older adults, balance is the secret to staying strong and energetic. For most seniors in the US, experts recommend enjoying fish about 2 to 3 times per week. This amount is enough to give your body a steady supply of omega-3 fatty acids, high-quality protein, and important minerals like selenium and iodine, without increasing the risk of mercury buildup. But here's where planning makes a difference. Think of your week as a gentle rhythm of variety. Maybe you start Monday with a light salmon salad, enjoy some baked trout on Thursday, and treat yourself to grilled sardines on Saturday. By rotating your choices, you not only protect your health but also keep your taste buds excited. No one wants to feel like they're eating the same thing over and over again. It's also wise to mix lower mercury fish with other sources of lean protein, like chicken, turkey, beans, lentils, and eggs. This keeps your diet diverse and ensures you're getting a wide range of nutrients. Another important point is portion size. For most adults over 60, a serving of fish is about 3 to 4 ounces, roughly the size of your palm. This is enough to give your body what it needs without overloading your system. And if you're pairing it with plenty of vegetables and whole grains, you'll feel satisfied without feeling heavy. Remember, the goal isn't just to eat fish because it's good for you, it's to make it part of a lifestyle you genuinely enjoy. The flavor, the freshness, the memories it brings, food should be a pleasure, not a chore. And here's a little motivation. Studies show that seniors who regularly eat fish have better cognitive function, stronger hearts, and more stable moods compared to those who rarely eat it. Every meal is a small investment in your future, a way to keep your mind sharp, your body active, and your spirit full of life. So, plan your week with care. Let each fish meal be a moment you look forward to, knowing it's helping you live not just longer, but better. As we reflect on everything we've discussed, one thing becomes clear: caring for your health after 60 isn't about giving up the things you enjoy, it's about making gentle, thoughtful choices that honor your body and your years of experience. You've spent a lifetime gathering wisdom, facing challenges, and celebrating victories. Now, every decision you make for your health is a way of saying, I value the life I've built, and I want to enjoy it for as long as I can. Choosing the right fish, in the right amounts, is a small but powerful part of that promise to yourself. Think about it, each meal can be a celebration of life. The colors of fresh vegetables on your plate, the aroma of a simple baked salmon, the satisfying feeling of eating something that you know is doing you good. These moments may seem small, but together they form the foundation of a vibrant, fulfilling life. It's not about perfection. There will be days when you eat something just for the comfort it brings, and that's okay. What matters is the overall rhythm of your days and weeks. Most of the time, you choose what nourishes you, protects you, and keeps you strong. And here's something beautiful to remember: every positive change you make today can still have a big impact. Science shows that even in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, your body responds to healthier choices. Your heart grows stronger, your mind stays sharper, your energy returns in ways you might not expect. So let each meal be a gentle act of self-care. Surround yourself with foods that support your well-being. Share them with people who make you smile. And remind yourself, with every bite, that it's never too late to invest in your future health. You deserve to feel good. You deserve to enjoy life. And with a little care, a little planning, and a lot of appreciation for the journey you're on, you truly can. My dear friends, as we come to the end of our time together today, I want you to take a deep breath and remember, every sunrise you see is another chance. Another chance to make a choice that says, I value my health. I value my life. And I'm ready to keep living it fully. You've walked through decades of change, laughter, love, and lessons. You've been strong for your family, for your friends, for your community. Now, it's time to be strong for yourself. This isn't selfish, it's a beautiful act of self-respect. You've earned the right to feel good, to wake up without pain, to enjoy a meal knowing it's not only delicious but also giving your body what it truly needs. Think of your health as a garden. Every day, you can plant something, a better habit, a kinder choice for your body, a little movement, a moment of rest. Over time, these small seeds grow into something vibrant, more energy, a sharper mind, a heart that beats strong. You don't need to make huge changes overnight, even small, consistent steps can lead to remarkable transformation. Imagine yourself 1 year from now, walking a little faster, breathing a little easier, enjoying your favorite activities with more stamina. Picture yourself sitting with loved ones, sharing a meal full of color and freshness, feeling proud of the choices you've made. That future is possible. And it begins with what you choose to do today, in this very moment. So if even one thing we've shared today speaks to you, maybe it's swapping one unhealthy snack for something nourishing, or adding one more serving of fish rich in healthy fats, or simply drinking more water, let that be your first step. Let's pause here. Have you ever wondered which types of fish might actually harm your health if eaten too often? Share your experiences in the comments. I read every single one, and your story could help someone else make safer choices. And if these insights are helping you already, give this video a thumbs up. It helps more seniors learn how to eat smartly and protect their health. And make sure to subscribe to Senior Longevity Tips. Here you'll find daily guidance to help older adults live longer, feel stronger, and make smarter health choices. Before we wrap up, I want to thank you for caring about your health, for being curious, and for taking steps to make informed choices about what you eat. And I want you to know, you're not walking this road alone. Life after 60 can still be full of discovery, joy, and energy. Let's make these years a celebration of everything you've learned and everything you still have ahead. Because your story isn't over, in many ways, the best chapters are yet to come. Until next time, eat wisely, stay healthy, and take care of yourself.